Hello, my name is Brooke Bronman. I am a senior at Fort Hays State University. I have had the opportunity to be a part of an undergraduate research project under the supervision of Dr. Lee in the Department of Communication Sciences and Disorders. Our project is called A Survey on Speech-Language Pathologists Using Voice Changes as Early Indicators of Dysphagia in Persons with Parkinson's Disease. So dysphagia is defined as a swallowing disorder that can occur in 5 different subcategories. Parkinson's disease is a progressive neurological disorder where both motor and non-motor deficits are present. We researched 8 voice characteristics and selected these in relation to voice characteristics that are present in both dysphagia and Parkinson's disease. So number 1 is hypernasality. Hypernasality is where there is sound energy that goes through the nasal cavity during a voiced or oral sound. Number 2 is roughness. Roughness is the irregularity in voicing. Number 3 is wet voice. Wet voice is when there is this gurgly sound present when the voice is being produced through moisture. Number 4 is hoarseness. Hoarseness is a combination of both breathy and roughness. Number 5 is loudness. Loudness is the impression of the intensity of a sound, from soft to loud. Number 6 is strain. Strain is when there is an excessive vocal effort. Number 7 is pitch change. Pitch change is sounds that vary from low to high. And finally, breathness. Breathness is when there is an audible air escape. When the vocal folds do not come completely together, there is the air leaking through, leaving that breath sound. So we selected these 8 voice characteristics, knowing that there were present voice characteristics already in Parkinson's disease alone and dysphagia alone. So in Parkinson's disease, we found it was common for a person who has this disease to have a breathy voice, hoarse, rough, and even pitch change. And for dysphagia, we found it was common for one to have a wet voice, breathy, and possible hypernasality. So we decided to analyze dysphagia and Parkinson's disease, again because of the overlapping of voice characteristics, but also because of their shared anatomical structure. We decided to target this as these 8 voice characteristics as early indicators of dysphagia in persons with Parkinson's disease because of the lack of articles and studies that we found in this area for determining dysphagia through these voice changes in Parkinson's disease. So to answer this question, are there voice changes in these individuals, we created a survey through Qualtrics. So this Qualtrics is offered in our department and it was accessible to me. So I created a survey in 3 sections. And so the first section was demographics. The demographics section asked the SLPs to state if they were nationally and or state certified. They rated their experience with Parkinson's disease and dysphagia. Secondly, the section was SLPs rated their experience and knowledge in Parkinson's disease in the early, middle, and late stage. They rated each one of these voice characteristics on a 5-point Likert scale. And finally, the last section in this survey was for SLPs to rate their experience with dysphagia in the mild, moderate, and severe stage. Again, each voice characteristic on this 5-point Likert scale. This survey link was sent through state and national organizations. SLPs could access this survey through a QR code or the link to the survey. After 3 months, a reminder email was sent out to the SLPs, and after 5 months, the survey link was then closed, and the raw data was then retrieved and analyzed. So we found, with our results, we analyzed both quantitative data and qualitative data. The quantitative data was analyzed through the demographic information through the survey. So this information allowed us to see that 5 SLPs have experience with above average knowledge in both Parkinson's disease and dysphagia. 4 SLPs have experience in the medical setting, whereas only 1 SLP had experience in the educational setting. Their caseload varied from 0 to 10, however, more reported 1 to 2 cases per month. The qualitative data, we used SPSS, a statistical analysis, and we computed a 3-way ANOVA to demonstrate the interaction effects and the Simpleman effect. So we analyzed these results and concluded that hoarseness was the most prominent voice characteristic from the remaining 7 voice characteristics. So people with Parkinson's disease and dysphagia tend to present voice changes only in the late stages of either of the disease. Due to COVID-19, there were situations where people were not able to take the survey, and so then therefore we were not able to have enough responses. This is understandable because there is a lot of research surveys out there for SLPs to take. We can expect, when given enough time, more responses will be recorded and then analyzed to determine and consolidate the results. Thank you.